Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, it's VM Campos. I'm using different headphones than I usually use, and I feel weird. And I think my camera's a little weird too. Okay, there we go. And yeah, that'll work. And I'm wearing my Darth Vader shirt because May 4th or something, right? Something special happens on the 4th of May, and there's a force that happens and stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do today, or at the moment, if you joined me at the 11 a.m. stream, you saw I cashed in my ticket for traditional draft War of the Spark, which was fun, but it's like, I don't even remember doing traditional draft there because it's like best of 3, what is that? So now I've got... Well, I could still do it actually because I've got 1,500 gems, at least. Yeah, let's keep the draft game train going. So let's see what we got here this morning. I did all right with some Boros, and here, well, Fibblethip, worthless. And Terrible Art. The other one is way better. We can try to amass some stuff, destroy creatures. Do we want to do anything cool with Obnixilis? Cycle through our cards, make a 3/3, do Vigilance, discard cards, a worthless assailant, 2 damage, that's good. Time Twist, exile target permanent you control, return that card to the battlefield under its owner. Okay, that's kind of cool. You can kind of pump up things cool. And Nahiri's Giant Growth, I saw someone using that expertly. It never works that well for me. And the Geode. This early on, I'm going to grab Obnixilis and see how things go. Okay, we could do Chandra, loyalty counters, exile the top card, exile top 7, you may play them, okay, or the Outburst, 3 damage to any target, the Rioter, 0/4, that's kind of fun, Battlefield Promotion, Kasmina's Transmutation for some removal, there's another Time Twist, there's a 2/2 unblockable, there's the 4/5 where you get a card, and a 4/3. Well, I don't know about like going towards... When it enters the battlefield, deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the number of instants in your graveyard. So that has Undergrowth, right? AKA Undergrowth. So what about a Chandra? No, I'm not in love with that. Okay, well, we'll start with a 2/2 in black. Narset's Reversal, copy target instant, then return it. Okay, I tried using this one previously, and I'm like, do I even understand how that works? I could give that a try again, and I could go with Orja with a 1/3 flyer, Spark Reaper 2/3, draw a card and sacrifice. I could amass with this Reaver, Aid the Fallen, choose one or both, return target creature or return target planeswalker. Assault Team, I don't know why I love these guys. Thunder Drake 2/3, flyer. Hellion. Sacrifice any number of creatures to make it bigger and better. Well, if we think about it in the theory of bread, What are the bombs here? 4/1 damage with haste. A 5/3 hexproof. What about some removal? I don't see... Well, Chandra's Pyrohelix in removal. Do we want to go Dimir? If you go with a 2/3... And then a copy... Let's go with that 2/3. Let's see if we can do some Dimir action. Ugin's Conjurant. I think this one's really good, right? Enters the battlefield with +1s. And then just remove those counters instead. Search your life for up to 2 basic forests. If you control Nissa. Search your life for 3 basic lands. Put them into your hand. Okay, 3/4. There's a stealth mission. Put 2 counters. Do we want that Conjurant? I think that Conjurant will be good. If we pump it full of mana, there's Narset. Do we want to load up on Planeswalker's Price of Betrayal? Remove up to 5 counters. I kind of want that, actually. I know there's going to be a bunch of... And I want the Beacon. I know there's going to be a bunch of Planeswalkers in this piece, so... We'll do that. I guess this wheels back. Soren's Thirst deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. Yep, we're going to stay with black, because that is some removal. And here's some more removal. We could do the plan, Proliferate. Let's go with that removal and see if we can get that plan back. Okay, so now it we cycled. We can try to amass, twist things up. Let's go with some amassitude. Twist. Nothing in my colors here. Sticking with Dimir. Nothing in my colors here either. No more colors. And Wall of Runes, sure. Okay, Parhelion, do we want to make this... well, that's actually in white. Okay, Aven Eternal, 2/2. That amasses, I like that. Cruel Celebrant, people can make that better than me. Actually, I want this Vraska, because she is in my colors. And then I want to get that Soren's Thirst and that Aven Eternal. This guy has a hilarious expression. An Is It experiment begins with a what if, gets approved with a why not, and concludes with a Eureka. Okay.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy.
Ooh, Ashiok. Do we want to do a bunch of great Planeswalker things? Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab all these Planeswalkers. What about Kazmina? Get a creature, drew more, Relentless Assault, Shadow Fugue. Ooh, I love so many things here. I can't take it. The Herald. So 4 mana, discard, and then they lose life. 4 mana to amass. 4 mana to get another Planeswalker. Let's go Planeswalker crazy.
And I may offer my guidance.
I could do Saheeli because she's in my colors. Non-creatures. Only 3 mana. No escape counterspell. Another Soren's Thirst. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this just going Planeswalker Berserk. There's another Narset. Didn't I already grab a Narset? So many Planeswalkers. This is not gonna work. Okay, let's get a little Lazotep guy over here. A 5/4 versus a 1/5 with lifelink with a big old block. The weird here is not that great, but we want that Thirst. There's another Thirst. Interesting. Ghost Form brings something back. I probably won't play that. And then the Fugue, sure. And Proliferate to Pump up my planeswalkers. Nothing here. And nothing here. Okay, so Banehound. I love that Banehound. Hey Mark, how are you doing? I am very good. I just uploaded my video answering my questions, my 600 followers thing. And besides that, I think this is starting to work faster than I would have thought. Skull. Actually, what's a good drinking salutation in New Zealand? You know, oops. When someone takes a swig, what's the best way to salute that? Kiora's Dam Breakers is a 5/6 and it proliferates 6 mana. We can do a no escape counter spell. Oh, you watch it? Okay, great. Cool. We could do a 1/1 lifelink haste. I love turn 1 plays. We could do an amass at 4 mana. Kind of a lot of things that I love here. Let's go with this 1/1 haste and lifelink. There's Teferi, but he's not in my colors at the moment. The Skulker 3/5 cannot be blocked. I think that's a trap. Stealth mission, put some counters and something cannot be blocked. Another Tithe Breaker. Don't drink. Okay, cheers. Yeah, that's the classic one. Stealth mission. Do we want that? 2 counters. And something is unblockable. Or what about a big ol' 1/5? Flavor text. I've always said full war chests win wars, but I didn't mean by bashing enemy skulls with them. Tesa. Hilarious. Okay, that's a 4/5, and then you draw a card and you lose a life. I guess let's put something in the top end. I'm putting so many planeswalkers in this deck, it's crazy. Destroy creature or planeswalker, but I have to destroy my own. There's another Sorin's Thirst. I've gotten so many of those. Skulker. 5 mana on that. Well, maybe this harvest will work okay because I can sacrifice something small and the transmutation should work pretty well. So how's everything going for yourself today? Oh yeah, I want that one. Remove those counters. Ooh, the Gideon's Triumph next to the Nissa's Triumph. So let me ask, did you keep up to date with the story? Do you know what's going on with all of these characters here in this set? Non-land permanent, totally lost on that. Do we want a Sky Theater Strix? When you cast a non-creature spell, it gets bigger. Yeah, maybe. That'll work. And do we want another amass, big ol' army, or a big ol' creature? Haven't read the story. What about checked out any of like the flavor text and stuff of the cards? Because unfortunately the cards kind of spoil the story. Did I get one of those? Kiora's Dam Breaker. I didn't get one, so okay, let's put that something in the high top. No escape for a creature and scry. Relentless. So I'm throwing in some amass stuff going on. We get back to the Skulker. Do a mission. Guess I'm going to go with a mission. And another Banehound. There were a lot of these cats, actually. It would have been fun to grab a lot of these cats and do that cat deck that I was trying to get done in my streamer event, but it didn't quite work out. So let's remove all the things that are off color. Actually, I got a lot of things that are on color. I'm going to have to think about this. 16 creatures, 23 non-creatures, which counts planeswalkers. I got so many planeswalkers. 16 and 23. Okay, so let's look at things this way. So I don't need the Charmed Stray, wrong colors. I only want one Banehound at such a low level. Defiant Strike is wrong colors. Actually, why am I not seeing all of these incorrect colors? Yeah, why am I not seeing that? Okay, so at the very high end, there's a 4/5, and there's a 5/6, Obnixilis and Totally Lost, Behemoth. So there is a lot of there. I only have 11 creatures. Uh-oh, I don't know about that. Okay, too much Betrayal. Spark Harvest, yeah, I think the Betrayal will be better for dealing with Planeswalkers than with that. So how are you about watching the Endgame that everyone is in a tizzy about? Honestly, for me, I don't really watch a lot of the superhero movies, even though I like comic books. It's kind of weird. I haven't watched that many of the superhero movies throughout the years. But I read the synopses and such. Let's see, do I want that to amass? Too tricky on that. Yeah, I'm gonna take out exactly. I need to take out some of these sorceries and stuffs. So I guess this stealth mission is nah. So I'm down to 44 cards. That's better. Now my thing is that I did a lot of planeswalkers, so I don't know if it'll be totally worth it to do that. So here's the planeswalkers I got. I got Obnixilis, 5 mana, destroy target creature. The controller draws 2 cards, but then it does damage, and then every time they draw a card, it damages them. And then I got Kasmina. She's 4 mana. Spells opponent cast that target a creature or planeswalker I control costs 2 more, so that's some good protection. And then I create a wizard and then draw a card, discard a card. Then I got Vraska. She's a 5/5. She makes assassins, and whenever it deals damage, that assassin gets stronger. Saheeli, often rated as like the best card in the set. When you cast a non-creature spell, you make some servos. Target artifact becomes another thing. So that might have some good stuff. Ashiok, spells and abilities my opponents control can't cause them to search their library, and then you mill them. So that'll be fun. Narset, opponents cannot draw more than 1. I look at the top 4 cards, reveal a non-creature. Now I wish there was a better way to organize some of this stuff, because, okay, for instance, 5 sorceries. Flying Rootin, hello, do I know you? If I don't, welcome to the stream. If this is your very first time, we're hanging out here and trying to craft this deck. It's gonna be a Dimir deck with a bunch of planeswalkers. It'll be wacky. Mark Stepson, oh, okay, cool. Having the whole family here, that's pretty fun. Welcome. Also in the same neck of the woods, let's see what we've got going on. 44 cards and 16 non-creatures. Okay, what can we take out at the top? What's the top end? It's at 3.0. Obnixilis, Totally Lost. Let's do Totally Lost. It's temporary and it's so expensive. And then a big ol' zombie hippo is hilarious. He's next to you watching. Okay, cool. That's pretty fun right there. You two can help me craft this deck. Um, so Flynn, yeah. I believe Mark said that. Yeah, he got you totally hooked on this. So hopefully you don't spend all your allowance. Actually, I shouldn't assume age and such, but don't spend all your allowance or your paycheck on Magic. It's a terrible habit, but let's see here. You can get a zombie hippo at some point. Thunderdrake, Charity, Kazmina. I don't know. Do I want to remove one of these planeswalkers? Let me see this one again. No, she's got some good protection. Do we want to amass stuff? Amass for 3. I kind of want to amass to happen like as a side thing. Maybe the Shadow Fugue. Yeah, let's check out the Shadow Fugue. Endgame. Here's the funny thing. I like comics and I read comics and I've read comics. I don't watch too many superhero movies, but I kind of read the synopses and then I kind of know how Endgame ends, and it's kind of like, oh, I kind of want to watch it now that I know how it goes. More creatures with a mass. Keep, because right now I had the Relentless Assault, which creates a creature at 3/3. So that's 4 mana. Okay, on its own, that's 4 mana to create a 3/3. I might already have an army, and I will +3/+3 it. Maybe keep that. Yeah, very long movie. I heard that some movie theaters were putting in an intermission because it was just so long. Now, right here in the 3 drops, I've got 3 planeswalkers. I don't know, maybe I'll take out Saheeli. In theory, she could make me a bunch of servos if I do non-creatures, and non-creatures would be other planeswalkers. I think it'll work. Sorin's Thirst to deal with some creatures. Lazotep, amass for 1. What else do I have with amass? Maybe amass is not going to be a great side mechanic, so let me count how many amass things. I've got the Reaver, that's 1 amass. Proliferate can help me amass. Plating is another amass. Looks like I've only got 2 things to really amass with, so I don't know, let's do this. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Oh, actually, let me confirm. No, don't what? Don't put in the Relentless Assault? Don't put in? Or don't remove, if you could specify. No, don't put it in. Okay, good. So, I think at 42 cards. Let's try the first. I'm doing the best of 3, 2 losses and you're done version of this. So, it's a little bit more trickier. Oh, put it in actually. Whoops. Okay, well, we'll see about on the second game. I just feel it's kind of on the high end. 4 mana. It's not so bad, 4 mana. I guess this format could be slower, but we'll see. X gonna give it to you. Thank you so much. Let's see how it goes. Play first, of course. And turn 1 and 2, that's good. And then those higher ends up there. This is okay. There's a lag. Yeah, no worries. We'll see how it goes. Turn 1, we get our rune, Wall of Runes. And Saheeli is not quite the right colors yet, but we'll see how it goes. So they've got the Stray Cat. Yep, they did the Charmed Stray. Cute. Next up for me, I have a Flyer. So non-creature spell, if I can get my 1 more blue mana. Okay, well, never mind, they've got that. There's my blue mana, good. Okay, I can start to set up Saheeli.
My creations are things of beauty.
That Snare Spinner is actually pretty good. It becomes a 3/3 if it blocks a flyer. Okay, they got 2 lands. I'm getting close to Ob Nixilis. And I'm going to do my Tithebreaker Giant. Okay, the Silver Wing is kind of funny because they can look at my card, but that's it. They look at the top of my card. Ooh, Ashiok. Let's, let's bring out Ob Nixilis. I get a Servo. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another artifact. Target artifact becomes a copy, so I get 2 of them until end of turn, which is not that great. Okay, but anyway, let's wreck this, this creature, do a little damage. So I gave them a lot of cards, but in theory, we're also going to do a lot of damage. They have a really good amount of mana, but what are they kind of going toward? Gonna hit my Saheeli. That's fine. She can take it.
Oh, I'll craft something special for you.
Okay, so here I can get rid of their flyer.
Try not to knowledge is not without price.
Let's bring out another non-creature.
Dream big tonight.
And then we'll mill them some good stuff for damage. Beautiful. And here then we'll just go in the air. I've got a bunch of blockers for all my planeswalkers. They're getting testy A. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 mana in total. So there's a big old 2/5. Okay. Building up a good board presence. 3 planeswalkers. Yeah, I've seen people go crazy in this format, you know. War of the Spark is just insane with so many planeswalkers. Okay. Yeah, who cares? Let's get rid of one of their little cats. Saheeli's protected. Okay, so let's mill them.
My dreams dissipate.
Let's bring in a big ol' 4/5, which gives us another card. And let me read Saheeli again. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another artifact or creature you control until end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to a specific type. Target artifact you control. Why am I having trouble with this? Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target. So it makes another one for some reason, I guess. Nah, let's just protect her. Anyway, we can attack with little pinging in the air.
I am your inner demon.
So that battalion will probably... It copies, yes, but until end of turn. So it would only just give me another 1/1. Yeah, it would give me another 1/1, which is like not too... Well, that's a good one. So that's a 4/3 now. Oops, exile and proliferate, not cool. It's kind of getting big. They want to take out to my Ob Nixilis, I suppose. Okay, well, we'll block Obnixilis, and we'll protect Ashiok, and then I suppose Saheeli gets it.
Just accept defeat for now.
Mill them some more. Pretty annoying.
I aspire for more.
Get out a big ol' 5-4. Do some more damage up in the air. Obnixilis does his thing. They've got their makeshift battalion. That can get bigger and bigger every time it attacks, so that's really cool. And they have a ton of mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 mana. They have 9 mana. Teo, not that impressive.
I've never dueled before. Don't take it easy. I'll block them off.
Yeah, Obnixilis has been working pretty well. Okay, so double block, double attacking to Ashiok. They really want to get rid of it. Okay. Well, I guess Ashiok is going to bite it because... Well, I guess we can do this. Ashiok will live for one more turn. No more mana A. Oh no! Oh, they have the hexproof. Lucky. So okay, I take it back. Teo does have some use, like first time ever. That he made the his controller.
Anything to support my allies.
He made his controller hexproof. I forgot about that. See, this is the thing about this format. It's just so wacky with so many planeswalkers doing so many static abilities, kind of like enchantments. It just gets really wacky. Now, they've been spending a lot of their time attacking my planeswalkers instead of me, which is another tactic to think about when you're in this format, because, oh, all of these planeswalkers. The battalion's getting bigger and bigger. I need to worry about it soon. And okay, they're gonna go after my Obnixilis. That's fine. And again, Ashiok. Well, Ashiok's been used up anyway, so yeah, go at him. Yeah, go take out Ashiok. I'm totally fine with that. Let's take out one of your critters over here. Yeah, they were very... They are forgetting themselves that they have hexproof, so Ashiok's not even a worry. You know what? We can... It doesn't even matter now, but let's go take out that... Let's go take out that... Teo.
Buried out there.
Okay, so again, if they go after my Obnixilis, it's like, okay, you know, I'm the threat, not the planeswalker, but go ahead. You'll be tapped out of your 9/8. And they're coming at me, and they're one over there. That's fine, because I still have a blocker over here, unless they have like a giant growth. Okay, cool. Remove up to 5 counters from a creature. Okay, this will weaken this little guy a little bit, right? Yeah, take all 6 of them, please. It becomes a 4/3, which I guess I should have done that at... No, that's a sorcery speed anyway. Okay, so here, that's a permanent removal of that. So let's just go all in, because we need to wrap this game up. And that's a permanent removal. So we weakened it down to a 4/3. That worked out really cool. Yeah, that's the price of betrayal. They're going to go after my... Again, okay, you got Obnixilis, finally. Now you're tapped out and I've got 3 creatures coming at you, so... I'm playing X gonna give it to you. Nope, V's gonna give it to you. And then like nothing else in the hand. They have 11 mana, 12 mana. I don't know, that little cute creature's not really gonna help. I would not attack. You need a defender. And I'm getting mana flood. Okay, well, let's be... We're probably going to be safe. We need to finish this up here. 10 mana. And I have 9 mana and they have 13 mana. And then another grazer. Whoops. Okay, so now they block. Got some air defense right here. Those are going to trade. My poor zombie hippo, that's fine. They're going to still have one blocker. They have one. They probably should concede, but, you know, go to the bitter end, I suppose. They're going to get an amazing planeswalker. No, they're going to get a 1. They're going to get a 2/5. Okay, sure. Guess you want to show off with that. Oh, there we go. Okay. That took a little while. Now this is best of 3. So, that worked very well, I think. I had a blocker. That guy never came out. Price of Betrayal worked well. I think I'm going to put another Price of Betrayal in because that got kind of big. 43 cards. Saheeli worked pretty well. Tithebreaker eventually. Never got to the Dam Breaker. Ob Nixilis was amazing. That 5/4 was useful. I guess let's get rid of that Shadow Fugue. We'll let the audience decide here. I love this kind of card, but it's not always the best. Target player discards 2 cards, and they lose 2 life. So, you know, getting stuff out of their hand, if you're in a good position, is good. Keep the Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'll keep those Planeswalkers, definitely. But what about the Shadow Fugue? 4 mana, they discard 2 cards, and they lose 2 life. So it's I like that, you know. They're going to lose life, which is part of the importance of the game, and have them discard 2 cards, which could be valuable things. Okay, turn 4. Give it a go with this. 43 cards. Drop it and try something else. The casting seems a bit steep. I'm leaning towards that as well. I'm at 2.8 average casting costs. Yeah, I like that kind of card, but this brings me to a 2.7. Okay. So let's see here. Will we have some good stuff as well? This is much slower than before, and I need double black for that to do anything meaningful. But I only need 1 more mana for Narset. I think it's way too slow. And then over here it gets that... So this will work all right. Okay, I have some defense there. That's good. I just need 1 more blue, then I can do Lazotep I can do Lazotep Coding, then I can do Contentious Plan. That's a good card, and I'm not getting blue mana. Great. Okay. Okay, that actually is kind of okay because I can take that back down. I think my luck is going to run out on this game. You know, if you don't have the mana, you can't do anything. Giant growth. Yeah, so this is an indestructible 2/2 for 1 turn. So, if damage would be dealt while it has a counter prevent that damage, like, how does that even work? Up to 2 target creatures control deal damage. Now they're stuck on a little bit of mana as well, so, you know, if I don't get any blue mana, I gotta quit this because it's just, like, not... Like, what can I do with 3 mana? Like, I can't... Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go to round 3. They're way too... They've got that going way too well. So this is when you get the conspiracy theories. The first game worked so well for me. So then the algorithm is like, no more soup for you. And I get the exact opposite of good luck. Yes, you can't do anything without mana, but at least I go first. So, well, I get the runes, and then I can see what's coming up next. I get a nice blocker. And next I get a blue mana. Sure. Then I can bring in a Conjurant for 3, I suppose. Price of Betrayal. They have nothing. Good. Double blue. Third turn. They have a big old spider. That's fine. Double black. Good. I can bring in a 3/3. Yeah, let's create a 3/3. So the next turn I have the Thirst. I can attack and then have the Thirst and then have open Price of Betrayal. Okay, they're going to put a counter on something. On the 2/4, sure. There's Ob Nixilis. I just need 1 more land. Okay, so I can... is this going to be too much here? 2 damage to a creature... I can... Okay, let's see what they do here, because we'll let them decide after if they block. Okay, that's exactly what I want. Nice. Okay, so that becomes a 3/3. Sure, we can Price of Betrayal that or get Ob Nixilis. Oh, not Ob Nixilis yet. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Algorithm. That goes back to a 1/1. This is a 1/2 in the air. We'll attack with that. Sure. They might block it. They don't. Okay, maybe if I can proliferate something, if I get my 5th mana, Ob Nixilis begins doing fun stuff. Got some other mana around. 3 life. Whatever. I'm not getting that. Okay, fine. Let's do that. Now, Narset, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land from among them, put it into my hand, put the rest at the bottom. Let's hold on to her ability for the moment, because that's just going to be a target for them to go attack. And I don't want to mess up my... I don't want to have a land that could have come and then have to shuffle it away. Because instants or sorcery or non-land, non-creature... I have things, but I can't quite think what they are. It's a 2/2, it proliferates, fine. When it croaks. Thinking very hard, something in their hand, maybe? I like the art on this Pollen Bright Druid. She's like that. Oh, I don't like that. Great. Okay. If I can get one more mana, Ob Nixilis can take care of it. But actually, no. Kasmina's transmutation won't really help here, right? Enchanted creature loses all abilities and has a base power of 1/1. So it's not that it's going to become a 1/1 anymore. It's still going to... It's probably going to even be like a 5/5. Let's do this to their Nurturer, because then that messes up their mana fixing. And... come on, everyone, send me your power. Send me your power. Let me cross all my fingers so I can get one more land. Ob Nixilis can come out and play and take care of that cause. They're going to pump so much stuff into it. And then I can totally kill it. But no, they're going to team up and do bad things to my little bird. Okay, fine. 4 damage to me. That's fine because I've... got plenty, and I still don't get that. Okay, great. Well, let's create a wizard, and maybe draw a card, and that's not a land. Okay, let's get rid of that big old creature right there. And then I guess attack with a 1/1. They block that. Good. That lowers down their stuff. Next turn I can bring out Vraska. 4 damage. Now I want to protect her. I guess that wall has served its purpose and not a land. Okay, great. Well, let's... not a land either. Okay, Tithebreaker, you're out. And Vraska, Death Touch creature. And I don't want to look just yet. Okay. Maybe it would behoove me to look with Narset, because it'll shuffle things up, but, you know, I can't not have land forever. Teo, okay. Got some hexproof stuff going on. Sure. There's my 5th land. Perfect. Okay. Check that out right there. 4 planeswalkers. Get that out of here, please. Let's create another assassin. Let's get something out of our library now. Okay, nothing would have been coming there. Great. Worthless. And let's go take out Teo, I suppose. Okay, 4 planeswalkers. I gotta take a screenshot of that. Teo kills itself. Okay, fine. No more hexproof. And a 3/2. They seem to have like a lot of low... I guess they're trying to do a lot of amass and stuff. Ooh, proliferate all my critters. Please, yes. Can I do everything at once? No. Okay, so we'll... First of all, we will... do one iteration of all of their fun stuff.
Try not to think.
And then
Keep an open mind.
Lazotep plating, sure. Let's do an amass. And then contentious plan. There we go. So much proliferation. I can't believe it. Yeah, submit 5, please. Beautiful. Okay. And, yeah, this is getting cuckoo. Let me take a screenshot of that.
People call me a death dealer.
And, what else can I do here? -2 and -2. Nope, we'll end our turn right there.
Knowledge is not without pride.
Arboreal Grazer. Yeah, this is like a really low curve deck with too much combo stuff. Because are they going to proliferate something here? Yeah, this deck is over the top. Do you guys want to see a 5th Planeswalker on the field? I got all the Planeswalkers of my life. Okay, well, let's do them all. Exile some stuff.
I'll return where you
I guess...
What an interesting creature. Let's see how you work.
I don't even know what I'm... I don't even know what I'm doing with 6 Planeswalkers. Let me take a screenshot of that.
I'm good at killing.
And I guess we're good.
Suffer the dreams of the dark.
Suffer the dreams of... Okay, that's a very good card that they got there. They can kill anything, but... kind of like...
But not forever.
who cares at this point, perhaps? Shadow Fugue, not that important. I did keep it, I guess. Okay, well, let's blow out whatever they've got in their hand. Let's deal some damage. That Wanderer, strike beautiful. We got rid of that. Okay. Like, what do I even want to do here? I guess just, like, wreck their library.
my dreams dissipate.
I guess make a copy of my artifact? I'm going to try that for the first time. Target artifact you control, or... Wait, let me read that again. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another artifact or creature. Okay. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to copy that? Does that work?
I like to think fast.
Nothing happens. So, Saheeli, I don't understand how you work. Okay, well, anyway, I guess Vraska will
Nobody appreciates
do
my
her thing.
handiwork.
And I guess... these are all 2/2s. Actually, they have a ton of blockers. Ah, that's annoying.
I am your inner demon.
Am I? I'm the best. Dematerializing? Huh.
Your fun. This has been
Ashiok, you are so crazy. Okay, I guess here let's just go for the dome because Kaya is strong at the moment. Let's read that again. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another artifact. Oops, they did their Nissa's thing, but they have no more forests in there. And they shame conceded. Well, GG. That took a little while. This deck is bonkers. Oops, I don't want to play that yet. I wanted to see my deck one more time. Well, I think if things go my way, it seems to go well. Yeah, just all these planeswalkers are distracting. Okay, so yeah, Ashiok early on, protect Ashiok, and then mill them viciously. Scry, anything good here? Betrayal, sure. Then we've got the transmutation, which turns something tiny. They're gonna have their own wall? Yeah, they have their own wall. Nice. That deserves a nice. We have two mummies looking at each other. Do we want to... Let's save that transmutation for something good. Because I can't even attack. Okay, they want to do some of that. Well, no problem. We then will do our thing.
Nightmares are the palette for my greatest work. You
Lost a lot of good stuff. I hope. Let's take a look there. Mountain is gone. They're doing all the colors, eh? I saw a mountain in there.
The only authority that I recognize is chaos.
Domri. Okay, well. It's kind of...
Is my
kind of interesting. We can kill Domri, right? Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, you haven't seen the last.
Nice. And I guess we can contentious plan a little later. Once I've got something more to proliferate. Yeah, that Price of Betrayal is nice. I need another one.
Past, present, and future are bound by threads of time. Hone your prowess.
So they got a totally lost. Okay, that's pretty good. Actually, how about a flyer?
I leave you. Doesn't always work out how you want.
Wreck their hand a little bit more. So the thing I don't like about this Thunder Drake, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1, which is permanent at least, so that's good. Now they have enough to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they have enough to totally lost something. But instead they'll go with Dovin. Okay, so we're dealing with another Uber Planeswalker. So when I do the sideboarding, I gotta remember to put all the anti.
I'm well equipped to deal with nuisances like you.
With thoughtfulness before action.
I have to remember to make sure I've got all my anti-planeswalker stuff. They've got a bunch of them too. Okay, so I'm not looking too good over here. I need more creatures to get past their... Let's see if we can get anything from this draw a card. Proliferate and draw a card. What did it draw me? Did it draw me anything good? Proliferate, draw a card. Where did my card go? Was that... Oh, I know. Narset. Okay, Narset. So they're probably going to do their Ral, because it lets you copy stuff. So then, if they were smart, they would do their Ral. and then they would copy the Totally Lost. How many cards do they have? They're down to 9 cards. I'm not going to be able to deck them.
Yep. Odds of victory look good. Curious. Your defense
Okay, annoying.
Guild Mage, Planeswalker, Genius Inventor. I got it all.
Okay.
You're fine. Remember, your night.
This has been an utterly weird game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to deck them because see now they're gonna do the Totally Lost twice. So
Talk to my Lavis.
yep. So annoying. So annoying. They have 4 cards left. We might win that way. They have 3 turns to pull it off. I think we can still win. Dovin's really good. 3 mana. -1. Completely slows things down.
Hold still.
Yeah, 3 cards. They're gonna Dovinify that. Okay, yes, of course.
Pair of stills.
They happen to get all the colors. Are they gonna do a Niv Mizzet? They're gonna do a counter spell here for the first time. That would be no escape. Crush Descent. Counter target spell unless I pay 2. I can pay 2. Actually, let me pay it in black. I guess they just wanted to create an army. Then they're gonna counterspell that. Okay. They're tapped out at least. Actually, you do not want to transmutation. So that was all still barely my turn. This is so slow. But they've got 2 more cards. Okay, Samut. Fine. I don't think they're going to be able to do 17 damage to me.
Surrender now and I'll spare you.
2 more turns. I guess let's keep it safe here. That Drake is never gonna be able to do any damage, so let's just be safe and take no damage. Because even if I kept the Drake, it would not be big enough to take them down from 20 life. And then I get another. Beautiful. Let's just waste this right here. Loses all ability, so I suppose it can attack. Did I just give him a 1/1 attacker?
I have lost too much to allow you victory.
And then a land. Okay, good game on that. This is horrific, but I suppose I might win this, unless they can put stuff back into their library somehow. Shuffle library back into your deck. So Ashiok totally won. Let's also take a nice moment over here. What's all the things they have in here? They had a Domri, which I took out. They had a Teferi. They had a counterspell. They had a Jace. Look at this. They threw everything into their... They threw everything into their deck. Okay. We definitely need to deal with Planeswalkers. So... Price of Betrayal, definitely. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, definitely. Sovereign's Thirst deals 2 damage to a creature. I don't think I'm going to put the Sovereign's Thirst because there really weren't that many creatures. It was all about planeswalkers. I want to put that Totally Lost in there. Wall of Runes was not really that useful because they didn't have any attackers. A 1/1. Yeah, let's take out that wall and instead put in another 1/1 haste. Harvest, that could be big. In the air, that operative. Reaver, plan. Transmutation was not useful at all. Plating, Narset, Ashiok. The Drake. A 1/5. Discard cards. I guess that'll work. Let's do one more Relentless Assault, actually, for some creatures. 2.9 casting cost. Okay. Well, Ashiok was amazing. Will I have that same luck? I get to go first. All I need is one more land. Oh, actually, they go first. They got their wall. Yeah, it's the same person. It's a best of 3 on this traditional draft. Okay, I'm going to be able to get Ashiok. And they have a wall, so... Oops. Well, that's going to be different. So Ashiok's not going to make it as much as before. Another wall, sure. Getting all my blue mana, thank you. Okay, let's start this train. Next turn. Contentious Plan, I suppose. Actually, funny, they got their Narset, so I cannot get that card out of... If I get my...
You must be quelled.
Okay, 4 mana.
I'll return.
I'll be able to protect Ashiok, and then Contentious Plan.
I have just the trick for this.
That's pretty cool art on Ashiok. I mean Narset. That's also cool art on Ashiok. Look at that. Planeswalker Abomination.
You want our style? You got it. My wild beasts will
Okay, I
feel your
guess. Price of Betrayal. Let's get rid of... Narset.
This is overwhelming.
Then we can proliferate and draw a card. Good. Lazotep plating. Mill some more.
I leave you.
Good.
I aspire for more.
Busting heads is my bread and butter.
Domri's pretty cool. All creatures get plus... Ooh, there's Obnixilis, but I don't have enough for it. Okay, fine. Let's, I suppose... If we send Domri back to their hand... If we send Domri back to the hand, it comes back strong again. I could bring Ashiok back to my own hand and start the milling cycle again. Is that crazy enough to work? Let's do that. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but... Great. At least they lost a ton of planeswalkers in there. So 19 things got milled, and then they got their Teferi. This one's not as strong as the other ones, right? Sorceries have flash, I guess. Same cycle as last game, possibly. What did they do there? Why is their creature damaged? This creature has taken 1 damage from what?
This might be a bad idea.
Okay, Interplanar Beacon. Nice.
Unfortunately for you, we meet in battle. I am your bones will read as omens. Try not. Knowledge is not without price. Suffer the dream.
Okay, am I gonna deck them again? Because Obnixilis will force them to draw cards. And I don't think they're gonna do Jace on themselves. They're not doing that meme deck. They're gonna mill me. That's fine. I've got stuff on the battlefield.
This will come in handy.
I am your inner demon.
They have 6 cards in hand.
I only pick targets that interest me. Lucky you.
Your thick
Let's
one can learn
cause them to draw some more.
Try not to think too hard.
Fighting here is more fun than in the Undercity.
So they're down to 4 again. This is hilarious.
Not without price.
Then another wall. Okay, scry. So imagine playing this in real life where you have to keep track of so many planeswalkers. they have decked themselves. Actually, no, wait, they win the game. Oh, they win the game. Well, this is the only possibility. Check out how, like the algorithm, like, of course, I have a way to defeat them by decking them, but the algorithm pairs me with someone that has a card that if they have no cards, they win. That's impossible. Like, what are the odds? 1,000,000,000,000 that I happen to play an opponent that happened to have a card that would protect them from getting decked out. Okay, I'm so sure. I'm gonna report this to Wizards of the Coast for being so fake. If you think that was a total BS move, put that in the comments so that it's embedded in this live broadcast, and then I'll send it to Wizards of the Coast and tell them, how can your algorithm possibly have got that perfect pairing? Okay, so this is getting into the 4th turn. I suppose I can Thunder Drake. I guess what I'll do is I'll get Kasmina out so I can start to cycle through my dead cards.
Join my order. Unity, hone your control.
Goblin Assault is fun.
My students are loyal and brilliant.
Okay, Neheb is very good. So another reason Thunder Drake is not great, whenever you cast your second spell, so it's only the second spell, not subsequent spells, so kinda not really wasted it, but the Price of Betrayal could have been better.
Open mind.
You can return Kasmina back to my hand if you want. That's what I would prefer. I guess a smart thing to do would be to do it to the army because it's a token, so it ceases to exist. Five, 4. Guess it's okay to try to take that guy out. They perhaps missed their chance.
I have reached my limit.
Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That's kind of good. So this time, in this game, it's pretty interesting because now I'm actually doing damage instead of things being stuck. Okay, I guess we get Domri right here, or who do we get? Do we get a Ral? Guess that's fine. Why did they do that? Guess they have a counter spell here. I guess I'd rather have this flyer than this hippo. Okay, that's good. They're down to one thing at least, and Kasmina's static ability has helped so far to do things. Okay, well, here definitely I have to...
How you play the hand you're dealt. Always an answer. Don't test me.
No, of course they would have their counterspell at the perfect time.
It's a matter of give and take.
who has learned a lesson.
Let's think this through. I never back down from a challenge. You ever wonder why hurricanes don't have two eyes? What's not to love? I'm brilliant, handsome, and totally electrifying.
Behold, new wonders.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes. I am really into current affairs. Get it? Because current, electricity. Never mind.
It's a matter of give and take.
Enough!
You just got back in time to see this game go totally downhill for me, because now it's time to get Mana Flood.
You still have a home. You should go there now. You are blind to the truth.
Danger only makes field research more interesting.
There are many who have turned weakness into a virtue.
I'm sorry, but I must tend to my creations.
The history of this world is one of conquest. Every fresh blow is ideal. It is just a small head. Try not to think too hard.
I have 6 cards, and they have 8 cards. They have a ton of mana, a ton of planeswalkers. I don't think this is gonna really work. Because see, now they're about to copy something really good.
It is unwise to defy.
Okay, they had it all wrapped up by that point. They had way too much mana, way too many planeswalkers, too much good luck. And then, like we saw on the other game, that it was like, okay, I got them down to 0 cards, but of course they had the planeswalker that was totally defending them about losing with an empty library. So GG to them. So let's give this one a try. We have an operative that may be unblockable. So I guess with Contentious Plan, I can make that bigger and draw a card. Seems to be a thing with this new set, Empty Library. Yeah, when I was in the streamer event, there were way too many people that were trying to sort of like do these meme decks.
Cherish suffer the dreams of the damned.
Okay, well, they're gonna take... They would prefer to take their lot of damage, even though they're getting a little bit low. I guess they have the ability to fight, so they have to think about that a little bit.
I am your inner demon.
It's a pretty nice worm that can be stopped with a single 1/1.
Even the weak serve a purpose. Just try not to think too hard.
So that's lethal unless they deal with it. From hell's heart I stab at thee. They were about to get damaged to lose it all, but then they also destroyed something from my graveyard for some reason. Okay, well that's good. Hopefully... So I've been streaming 1.5 hours. It's a little longer than usual, but I guess these best of 3 games take a moment to fully consummate, and hopefully it's entertaining enough. I know that when things don't go my way, I go kind of sour, but I try to not let it get to me as much as it could. Anyway, first turn here, Banehound. Next turn, I have enough for a Sorin's Thirst. Actually, what do I want, the Wall or the Hound? Let's do the Hound, because that'll start to gnaw at them. Turn 2 runes. Oops, they're missing their mana. Okay, well, let's go in with an attacker. It's good to hear that it's entertaining. I need to work on my... Well, actually, let's get rid of this. Yeah, this is going to be a little lopsided. They missed a land drop, and therefore that's never fun. But I'm adding mine up pretty well. Grizzly, sure. Okay, team, what should we do? Vraska Swarm's Eminence. She'll make a 1/1 with Death Touch, which gets stronger. Or Davriel's Shadow Fugue. They will discard 2 cards from their hand and lose 2 life. I'm thinking the Shadow Fugue. They've had a hard time casting anything because they're missing land. Let's go for that. They're missing land, so this will hurt a lot. Vraska. I don't think there was a wrong answer. It's just like both would have worked because Vraska would create a 1/1 Death Touch, which would be useful. But here, again, they're having a hard time picking to get rid of their cards, plus it deals 2 damage. So they got rid of a Death Touch creature, which is good. And then I'm going to lose 1 right here. Now they got rid of 1 that they'll never get to. This Crawl Stinger was coming up soon, so we got rid of that. And then we can do Vraska. They're stuck on 3 lands, perhaps. Yep, so they got another Crunch. Grazer. Now we'll do Vraska, no problem. Make a 1/1. There's eyeing my Vraska. So they might have a Giant Growth. Yeah, they have a Giant Growth. Fine. So they don't want to touch that Death Touch critter. No creatures coming A. So now I've got a big old 5/6 fish creature Leviathan. And I believe there's a, oh no, it's Kiora on top there. Anything useful here? Remove 5 counters. Nothing's got a counter. Okay, well. So they have a big old Saratoga. Creatures you control gain trample. Does not matter. I guess they'll double block here. I'll lose my breaker, but then they'll lose their big creature as well. I have enough for that Ceratok. I have enough for a big old worm. Sure. Well, guess we'll hold off with 27 life. And that Ceratok. Oh, look at that, I returned to 20 life.
Today I crown my victory.
Remove up to 5. 5 can be up to, can be 0. Remove 0. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another artifact or creature. Okay, target artifact. So I want to copy target an artifact you control. Okay, step 1. Target a creature. So I'll make
Genius
I have
is as genius does.
but that's just until end of turn. I guess it goes back to that. Yeah, I'll let the smart people use Saheeli properly. So they got another crunch. Okay. Another land. Beautiful.
Do I have your attention now?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 damage. Yeah, I haven't really used her. I've seen other people use Saheeli so well, and it's like, I'm jealous. And then when I try to use it, it's like I can barely understand her. But the thing is that it's, if she's in an artifact-heavy deck, then okay, then things will make sense. So I'm going to be left with 1 life. Well, this one was close. It just got that mana flood again. So their deck didn't seem that amazing. You know, it was on the high end of big creatures. But I don't know, I just got some bad luck at a certain point, I suppose. Nothing great there. That's not great as well, and well, our luck has run out. But nope, their luck is perfect. They got their Grazer, they're accelerating. We barely have this little bird, which they have reach on that, so that's worthless. I'm not going to get my 3rd land. I'm going to be stuck here with nothing. The odds are 32,768 to 1. grizzlies over here.
You will be haunted by this too. I'll return where you slumber.
Okay, well, Ashiok did her thing.
This has been a nightmare.
Okay, everyone. Well, this is game over for me when you have to whittle yourself down so far. You know, this is nice. Okay, well, that's it then. Let's claim the prizes. And it's 2 boosters. So let's crack that. Yeah, strange deck. Vizier of Scorpion, I love that card. Zombie tokens get Death Touch. And then Obnyx's Cruelty, -5/-5. Pegasus Cursor is cool to give something else flying. Spell Gorger Weird is cool. +1 counter. And then the rare is a mythic rare. Nice. Next up. There's an Obnixilis. And Aven Eternal is all right. Oh, zombies get flying. And then a rare wild card. Okay, nice. Okay, well, I think that was a good amount. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours later than usual. So I think it's thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you had saw some fun things and saw more of War of the Spark and strategies. And I think it went all right. I think a couple of times the BS algorithm was BS, but other times I think it went well. Got some gems and stuff. 9 uncommons, 9 commons, 4 rares, 5 mythics, 20,000 Gs, 1,300 gems. I'm 176 vault. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up at this point. I'm starting to fade. It is currently 12:52. It's not even that late, but I'm just a little tired. 12:52, midnight. It's about to be 1 in the morning. Or 100 hours. Thanks both of you, Flynn and Mark, for joining. Thanks so much on that. Tell everyone about the channel and the live streaming and the YouTube and all that fun stuff. So, see you all next time.